Good morning, guys. MWUSA Season 5, Episode 196. Today is Friday morning, and usually we go to the office and check in on Fridays, but we did that once day, if you will recall, because we stayed close to home and we played some poker. And although it wasn't the best outcome, we had an okay day yesterday, or a day before yesterday. Yesterday we did some traveling, and we started off with a almost minus $300 right away, and clawed back and were able to make about $575. Today it was raining most of the night last night, and today also you can see most of the Midwest is just covered with storms. So I woke up pretty early because of the storms. I mean, they go back all the way, all the way to western Nebraska, western Kansas, all the way there. So, and they go all the way the other way to Pennsylvania. So because of these storms, I was pretty worried. We're already in an area that, we're kind of like on a hill, but we've had some water issues in our area due to a lot of new houses being put up. And when you do that, there's less drainage because the foundation of the house takes up a certain amount of land, but it still rains the same amount. So that water has to go somewhere. So it goes into less and less land, and there's more groundwater in those areas, and so the streams and the creeks, the rivers are higher. In my area, the main drainage, a 2-foot pipe, has been clogged for years, and it's taken the county at least, before COVID, so I'd say 7 or 8 years. They've been working on a project to fix it, and they haven't fixed it. Well, because they haven't fixed it, my backyard has the overflow, which is like an 8-inch pipe, and it's only supposed to have water in extraordinary circumstances when the other pipe can't handle it. Well, instead, my 8-inch pipe, the overflow, is taking all the water from all the area around me, about, I forget how many, 250 acres or something like that. So I get a lot of flooding in my backyard. I had 2 sheds that rotted out because of that flooding. When I got my new shed, I put it on higher ground, and I put it up on concrete blocks, so it's not touching the ground. It's not going to have issues. Well, all that being said, with all this rain that has come in the last week or so, my sump pump is running every 30 seconds or so, pumping water to make sure the basement doesn't flood, right? So I was worried about that, and in our bedroom there's a TV that when the TV is off, there's a red light that's on. So in the middle of the night, if I'm worried about if the power is on, I'll just look at that TV. If I see that red light, then I know we still have power. So I kept checking that because I was worried it was going to go out, even though our power cables are mostly buried in our neighborhood, but still we do lose power sometimes, and I didn't want the basement to flood. So I was looking at the map, and the rain pretty much stopped right now. We should be good for the rest of the day, but I'm still a little bit worried about it, and there are storms in the area I'm going to, because I'm going further west. So I decided that I'm probably going to stay close to home today. I hate that, but I'm going to do that. Now, there's also another update. Looks like next week, maybe on Sunday into Monday, or all day Sunday, I'm not really positive yet, and then possibly Wednesday and Thursday, I'm going to be going on probably an overnight. I did find a casino that has a good offer that I want to take advantage of, and that'll help me, so that's what I'm thinking about doing. I just need to figure out the exact days that I'm going to go. like to have them be back to back, but unfortunately the special runs like Sunday through Wednesday or something, and I'm trying to figure out how to make that work. Either go Saturday night and then most of the day Sunday and come home, or just go Wednesday, or go Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I haven't decided yet, so those are all possibilities. But as for today, we're going to go a little bit more local. We're going to go play at the casino. Then we have a team meeting, and then we're going to go play poker, back to the casino, and probably head home. Last night, I did play online, which, as you know, is not my favorite thing to do. But I believe, and I'm pulling this up right now, I believe I made $272 last night. Actually got a little bit lucky last night. Shouldn't have been that good. $262 last night. So I did that. So that helps us get going here. But right now we're just heading out, and I'll be back to update you soon. All right, guys, I am back. I'm sitting in the car waiting for my team meeting to start. A very not very eventful visit to the casino. I was down like $24 right away. Now I was down as much as like $180, and ended up leaving ahead $40. So not really much happening in there. It's pretty quiet in there. I've actually been sitting in the car for about 20 minutes waiting for this meeting to start. And then we'll head back in there, take one more look around before we head to the poker club. Hopefully we can find some kind of big play, but so far nothing going on at all. And I've only seen like 2 people walk into this casino since I've been sitting in the car. So not expecting really to happen anything major. So, all right, I'll be back. All right, guys, I am back, and we got to say goodbye today to our intern, and looks like we are going to be hiring a new person permanently, and that person is replacing someone from like 2 years ago, and I took over that person's duties, so hopefully that lightens my load a little bit. I mean, I'm already working like 4 hours a week. I can't stand it. The corporate America. Anyway, went back in there and didn't find anything. Picked up $4, and that was it. So our meeting was pretty short, and it leaves me some time now. So right now we're going to head toward the poker club. We're going to sign up on the way. We're going to grab some food, and we'll go from there. So nothing really major going on yet today, but something getting cooked up here. We'll see. I'll be back. All right, guys, I am back, and it is about 4 hours later. A lot of stuff. I'm trying to work through a lot of stuff in my head too. I played actually. Before I played, I finally got a chance to go to that ramen place. It was $15 for a bowl. It was pretty good. I got this spicy bowl with chicken. It was okay. The thing I don't like about those places is it seems like the meat is always like super dry. And unless you have it like soaking in the bowl for a while, then it seems like it's dry. I don't know if they do that on purpose, if that's the way it's supposed to be or not, but then, you know, I've got it sitting there. Now, they had this egg that was so good that was in there, like a hard-boiled egg with some kind of flavoring I've never had before. It was very good. So it was pretty good. For $15, it's about, what, $3 in food? I get it. You know, people like that kind of stuff. It's warm, it's comforting, whatever. But would I go there again? I would say no. But it was a good experience. But I don't think it would be like one of my favorite places. Now I saw another place. It's got Thai food. I may try that sometime. But anyway, I did get on the list. 2 seconds after the list opened, I was number 5. So went there, bought 500 in chips, bought in for 200. I played for a total of 3 hours, And for 2 hours and 15 minutes, I played with that 200. Actually, no, that's not true. That's not true. I played with that 200, and I actually lost it. I bought in for 200 more, and that carried me through for over 2 hours. And I got to a point where I was ahead, had like 490, 500 in front of me, and I was planning on leaving. Now, at the same time, you're probably not supposed to do this, but I was also playing online because the table was going somewhat slow. There was one guy at the table doing what we call throwing a party, and that means that he's just throwing money around. And every hand almost, he's in it. He's raising. If someone doesn't raise, he does. And he's rebuying to ATM, back and forth. He must have bought 1,500 in chips, 100 or 200 at a time. And I won a couple nice hands against him. But so I got to the point where I'm ahead, like, let's say $90. And I'm planning on leaving. Got a few more hands I want to play. I get ace king of spades. Guy to my left who I dislike this guy. I don't know why. I just don't like him, because a big part of it is he's better at poker than me, I guess. He's got a lot of money, doesn't need to be there, and you know, he always talks about stuff nobody cares about, that he's like investigating in his mind, you know, asking the craziest questions that nobody wants to talk about. And so I make it 15. I think I was first to act, and then he was next to me. And really, I guess I was thinking that I would play that, and then I would not play the blinds, and I would leave. I make it 15. He makes it 50. I call. I have ace king of spades. Flop comes 8, 9, 10. 8, 9, 10. No. 7, 9, 10 of spades. Alright? I have ace king of spades. I'm not too concerned about what he has at this point. And so I bet. No, I check. He makes it like 30, which was confusing to me. That was like the first hint right there. Why is he only making it 30? There was more money than that in the pot. He usually pushes things pretty hard. So I call. I'm in the lead. You know, I have the nuts at this point. I can't be beat unless he's got a straight flush. Which is, do you think he's gonna 8, 6 or whatever it would be? 8 jack of spades. That's the only thing. So I'm not too worried about that. So the turn is a 10. Now I'm like, yeah, thanks God. I really needed to sweat this one. Thanks so much. So I've still got the ace high flush. Now there's a pair on the board. He makes it 30 again. I call. River's inconsequential. I check. He goes all in for 400. I'm like, great. Did he get a full house? I mean, what could he have? Really, a 10? He had a set? I mean, I just... And the only thing I can think of is this guy's got a full house. But what can I do? I have to call. So I call. And he's got a full house. He had pocket nines, flopped a set, and turned... No, the flop was... That's what confused me. The flop was 9, 10, 10. No, it was 7, 9, 10. I was right. Anyway, he flopped the set and turned the full house. And I lost my whole stack on that hand. So, not very happy about that. At this point, I'd also been playing online. I was ahead like 700 online. Now down 400 live. Ahead, I think it was like 740, something like that, online. And what's wrong with this person? Anyway, someone's honking their horn at nobody. Anyway, so I rebuy for 100 more, and then I ended up losing that and rebought for 200 more. So now I'm in for 7. And online, I end up wrapping up my session ahead 11:50. So I'm like, even though I'm ahead, I don't want to be ahead just online. I want to be ahead in person, where there's more skill involved. I guess there's a lot of skill involved online too, but I want to be ahead in person. It means something to have those chips in your hand, to be looking at people and playing those people and all that, versus all these nameless people. Anyway, I bought it for $200, was down to like $50, built it back up, and ended up leaving with exactly 211. So I lost 489 online, and I think I ended up ahead 1135. That's what it was. 1135 online and minus 489 live. So I still won like 6 something, but it doesn't feel good at all. I think it's kind of difficult for me because I don't have casinos to go to, right, that are nearby. So when I get there and I see a certain group of people, I need to decide if I want to play or not. And if the answer is no, I don't want to play, what am I going to do? Change my mind and then travel for the day, even though it's already afternoon? I have to think about this, or I have to get way better, because the way that these people play is very difficult to play against. I would say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I would say 6 people on that table are good players. The one player is a bad player, and then there's me, which I would say, on a scale of 1 to 10, maybe I'm a 5 or a 6 right now. So I got a long way to go. I got a lot to understand. Now, if I'm saying scale of 1 to 10, meaning the best players in the world, right? So, but at these 1-2 games, maybe I'm a 7 a lot of the time, but depending on the crowd. In this case, it was a very difficult crowd. The one guy was the only guy people were really making money on. Everyone else was pushing big stacks around. They opened a second table. Max buy-in is 400. Within 30 minutes, the big stack was 1,700 on that table. I mean, that's pretty huge that quickly for someone's stack to go up that much. So anyway, ended up doing that, and I'm pretty good for the day, really, but I just don't feel good because that's not the way I want to win. I mean, money is money. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know if that sounds silly, that I'm not happy that I won that way, but I really want this face-to-face skill to develop, and I'll go on a run of 7 or 8 wins in a row, then I'll lose 2 or 3, and it takes half my money or more, and that's frustrating. But overall today, we ended up ahead. Let me see. I'll tell you the exact number. Did I put it in the calculator? The exact numbers. Here we go. No, it's not exact. 655, I believe, is the right number. Plus 655 on the poker between online and live. And right now, we're going to move on back to the casino and try to make a little bit of money, and I'll be back to update you. All right, guys, just left this casino, and yeah, it was pretty busy in there. They were giving away some free play, and like the top prize is 500. How can you do that, really? You got 3,000 people in there, and your top prize is $500. I mean, get a grip here. I mean, your low prizes should be 500. Maybe do like 100 every 5 minutes, then 200, then 500, then 1,000, then a 5,000. Get people excited. Say, hey, you got to be playing on the machine so that you'll be in the drawing. I mean, I don't understand how these people do business, man. Believe me, this place has been going downhill. It's going to continue to go downhill. I don't mind, man. I don't mind if they go out of business. I really don't. I don't have a place to go there. I'll find another place to go. Let them go out of business. There's such ridiculous, abusive people to their customers, to their employees. Their employees hate them. Their employees are like, yeah, if you want, you can just give me the tip outside of here, because then I have to share it with everyone, and we don't really believe them that they're really giving all the money to us. Oh yeah, that's a great thing for an employee to say about a company. Anyway, I did play, I don't know, 4 or 5 plays in there, and I was actually down the whole time until the last one, and I had a big hit at the end, like a $450 hit at the end, to bring me from the depths of losing to actually leaving ahead 178, I want to say. Let me see. I got it in here. 178. So plus 178. So we ended up with like an $800 plus day today. Didn't feel great. Didn't feel like we did the right things, but we did. And, you know, I mean, might not be the funnest thing in the world, but at least we're going in the right direction. I really need it. You know, Vegas was tough. The last trip to Vegas was tough. The one before it was tough. So it's good that things are getting a little bit better here. Right now, we're going to head toward home. It's the middle of rush hour. I'm actually taking the surface roads instead of the highway because the highway is so bad. I'm going to throw it in the maps and see what the best way to go from here is, and I'll be back. All right, guys, as we're driving home here, we can do some segments. This is the 1776 countdown, where I count down the top 1,776 reasons why I love the United States of America. And today we're going to talk about a sad chapter in U.S. history, and this is December 7th, 1941. What happened December 7th, 1941 was the attack on Pearl Harbor. I specifically want to talk about a memorial that has to do with that day. We'll talk more about Pearl Harbor later on. And this is the USS Arizona Memorial. It commemorates the death of 1,177 soldiers who died that day inside the USS Arizona when Japanese forces attacked Pearl Harbor, and that brought the United States directly into World War II. The USS Arizona was a battleship. It was a Pennsylvania-class battleship, and it was commissioned in 1916. It was destroyed during the attack because a Japanese bomb penetrated the ship and ignited ammunition stored in its forward magazines, causing an explosion. Most of the casualties that day came from the USS Arizona. The ship is still underwater. The memorial was built above the ship. It's like a white structure with like a sagging middle, and it has like what looks like windows. There are windows there, and it was designed by Alfred Preis, an Austrian-born American architect, and it actually does not touch the wreck. You would think it would like be on top of the wreck. It's above the wreck, but it does not touch the wreck. It's about 184 feet long, which, doing my quick math, is about 61, 62, 63 meters, somewhere in that range, like almost 62 meters. The memorial is curved in the middle, like I said, and the names of the dead are displayed there. Some of the survivors who were there had requested that, or have requested that their ashes be placed within the ship's wreck, or along with their former shipmates. And still, right now, there's oil that leaks from the Arizona, and people famously nicknamed the oil droplets coming out of it the tears of the Arizona. So it is a grave, and it's part of the Pearl Harbor National Memorial. Millions of people have visited the memorial, and it's reached by boat. There's a Navy-operated boat that transports visitors there, and it's a memorial. It's a place of remembrance, and You know, you're asked when you go there, you're asked to be respectful, and you know, because it's basically a cemetery. It's a place of rest for some people. So it represents the beginning of America's involvement in World War II. The president, who had been president for a very long time at that point, was Franklin Delano Roosevelt, and he asked Congress for a declaration of war, which of course he did get. He was president he was the longest serving president, March 1933 to April 1945. He actually won 4 elections. We'll talk about him more later on. So, you know, when you think about things like this, when you think about that day, and you think about the explosions, the fear, the terror, all the stuff that happened, those people served because they wanted to protect people like you and me. And for people like us to put down this great country, no country is perfect, but I can't think of another place that I would want to live other than the United States of America because of its greatness. And those people served, and they lived, and they died to protect us and our rights, the Constitution, all the things that I've talked about before. And we should honor them and respect them, and we should be honored that they served on our behalf. And that's another reason why I love the United States of America. Whew. All right, guys. That's definitely a sad one. Let's talk about some segments here, some other segments. What did you eat today, MW? I had some ramen from a mediocre ramen place. And I walked in there, they'd been open for about half an hour. I was their only customer. It still took about 20 minutes for them to get me the bowl of ramen. 20 minutes. All right, I'm the only one there. They got 4 or 5 employees standing around. And it was okay, not great. I'm going to give it a 7 on a scale of 2 through 8. I don't think I would ever go back there again. And what did you tip today, MW? I probably tipped about $12. I think I won one hand the first hour and 10 minutes of being there. And it was actually a bomb pot, which means I had my cards and we got to see the flop before we bet. So, you know, otherwise I may not have even been in that hand. So it was a really difficult day. Online, things were going like incredibly. It's like I was on fire online. I even said at the table, I said, I don't know why I'm still sitting here. I'm winning online and losing at the table. And eventually I did get up. I didn't lose all my money. I didn't get even. I just figured, you know what? It's time to go. It doesn't make sense to stay here. And I did end up making that other $178. So we got most of the money. Well, I mean, overall live, we're slightly down today, but online, we're definitely way up and made about $800 today. So I'm happy about that. And what did you learn today, MW? I think I made a mistake today. I'm glad that I won what I did. I probably would have won less if I went to the casino I was going to go to today. I would have traveled more. It would not have been as good. But I made a mistake because I was worried about the power going out. Like my wife said this morning, you know, we've had a lot worse storms lately. The power hasn't gone out. I was just a little nervous because some of the neighborhoods near us had their power out. But like I said, you know, our cables are buried, so there's less of a chance of losing power due to wind or, you know, ice or anything like that. So, but I'm glad it turned out the way it did, and I'm glad I didn't have to drive as far. I get to go home and see my kids and have dinner with them, and I'll catch up with you guys on Sunday, which we will be definitely traveling Sunday into Monday morning. So for now, I'm going to let you go. If you have any questions or comments, my email is mwusa21@gmail.com, mwusa21@gmail.com. See you next time.